Hello everyone and welcome to a new video, and today we are going game hunting. Jason hit me up a couple days ago, and I don't know if I'll have this video out in time, but he told me about a new game store called GameBound, and I decided to go check them out. I don't really go hunting at too many stores anymore. I usually wait for conventions and everything like that, but we know what's happening this year, so going to a new game store is going to be a breath of fresh air, so let's check it out. So I wanted to get to the store early, so before traffic and everything like that. But once I got here, store was nice and neat. Somebody actually recognized me with my mask on, which was pretty hilarious. But I liked what I saw right from the start, and they had a lot of items that I decided to pick up. First off, I had to grab myself a Doritos because I knew I was going to be in here for a while, and I was getting kind of thirsty. So so I wouldn't be so tense, this would calm me down. First thing I looked at was the Game Boy stuff, mostly I would say portable stuff. Jason mentioned in his video that they had a lot of portable games, and I wanted to check out what they had, and I was pretty impressed. Everything was nice and neat in the case, and just very impressive. I looked at PC games, and I actually grabbed a PC game which I'll show at the end of the video. I don't really collect too many PC games, but they actually have two there that I wanted to get, but they were just a little bit too pricey. It's always nice to see old school NES games, N64, Super Nintendo games in box, but I've gotten past that era where I was actually going for those. I like just to collect the carts by themselves for those, but it's still nice to see. I mean, there's a select few that I like, but overall I'm pretty much just over getting collectible in box for old school NES, Super Nintendo games. Here are the PlayStation stuff, DS games. I was pretty much done with my DS collection, but I found one game here that I've been looking for years, and they had it, so very excited about that. They also, as you can see, have action figures there, which I thought was pretty cool. Here's their more collectible systems in the case, more portable stuff. They have a Virtual Boy. Here is their Turbo graphic stuff, which I was very happy about. I found one game from here as well that you'll see at the end of the video, but you can see that Splatterhouse in there. More of their collectible Wii games up on the top here. Just overall, this is a really good selection of games. Here are the controller sections here. There was one in the corner that I have already that I thought was pretty impressive that they had it. It was, it was a hardcore knockoff of a PlayStation controller, but that was really cool. Alright, so here's more of their collectible PlayStation stuff. Dreamcast, GameCube, Switch. You see that Panasonic Q over there, which is really cool. Haven't seen one of those since my buddy Joe picked one up. But here are their Switch games. It just overall looks really nice. I was very impressed. And the Game Boy Advance stuff in box, I didn't find anything I wanted, but it's always very nice to see that stuff. Another thing that was cool about this store is that they had a sealed case. There was 3 of them, and it went through stuff like Mario, Metroid, Pokemon stuff, Donkey Kong, and just like anything you could think of sealed that's somewhat retro, that is retro pretty much, you would find in this case, and it was just nice to see that stuff. So you got for your sealed collectors, all that stuff is waiting for you. Of course, you guys know I like the Resident Evil stuff, but I have most of this stuff, except that Director's Cut book that you probably didn't see. It kind of just went by you guys. But Mega Man, got most of those, and Donkey Kong, I'm not really looking for, but it's just, like I said, really cool to see that stuff. And here you have your Sega Genesis games in box, Wii, GameCube, Xbox 360, PS2. A lot of, I would say, commons and uncommon stuff, which is really nice to see. A lot of these games I hadn't seen in a good while, so just very impressive to see it. So overall, I spent around a little over an hour in the store just kind of going over everything, making sure that I got everything I wanted. And I still left some stuff behind, but still, it was nice to go to this store. Very cool. And what I was really dreading, though, was the ride home because I hit traffic hour, and that was pretty annoying. But at least it was somewhat moving when I got into it. But it's just, man, I just try to avoid traffic at all costs. It's brutal out here. So one of the first games I picked up was The Longest Journey. Now, I actually owned this years ago. I don't know what happened to my big box for it, but when I saw that, the nostalgia hit me, and I said, yeah, I want to have that again. So I beat this game years ago. I found out about the game because at the time, my GameStop manager, Steve, he said, hey, Reggie, you looking for some games, right? And I said, yeah, what else you got for me? Because back then, look, I was like playing games like crazy, beating a lot of stuff, and like I was running out of games to play. and he said, hey, play this PC game. And I was like, I don't play PC games. He said, dude, you got to try it, man. Don't judge it by its cover. I said, you know what, all right. So I grabbed it, put it in, and it was a little bit boring at first, but once I got past a certain point and I can't remember, I just really took interest in this game. Probably one of the best point-and-click adventures ever seen. So just happy to have this back in my collection again. There actually are sequels. There's Dreamfall, The Longest Journey, and then the last game, Dreamfall Chapters, which I've talked about on the channel before. That game was fantastic too. Very good ending to the series. But anyways, guys, The Longest Journey for PC. I don't know if I can recommend it to you, but if you like point-and-click adventures, it might be something you want to play. So some of you may know this, but or maybe you guys don't, but one of my favorite beat 'em up games of all time is Super BattleToads, or BattleToads the arcade game. That game is fantastic to this day. I love it, and I never get tired of it. And I feel like it was one of the last best Battletoad games that I've ever played. I haven't played the new Xbox one yet, but I'll play that someday. But I'm sure that one is good too. But this one, it just blew me out the water. I was so happy with this game. I mean, I remember spending money on this one to beat it. Like, this game had my undivided attention, and it still does to this day. So anyways, the game actually had some missing things that it didn't get into the final game, or I don't know what happened with it, but there was a level called Brain Chase where you're being chased by Robo Magnus's brain in these tunnels, and they got that level idea from the Game Boy version, so I decided to look at the Game Boy game and see what that level was all about. And now that's where the Game Boy version comes in. The Game Boy version is its own game. It's not a remake of the NES game or anything like that, but it has a lot of unique levels to it, and actually it's a very good game. I don't know if a lot of people have played this game, but the Brain Chase level that was going to be in the arcade game was pretty much the idea was from this game. So you're seeing it here. Pretty impressive looking level. Maybe by looking at it you can see how it probably would be hard to play 3 players on it. I still think they could have made it work, but either way, here it is in its original fashion. And next up we have Brahma Force, the Assault on Belt Logger 9. This game kind of, I forgot what game it reminds me of, but pretty much you're in a mech and you're playing the game in first person view mode. You're in some colony in space, some space station, and you're trying to protect the colony or some kind of products from I guess pirates or whatnot like that. So it's actually a pretty good game. Has lots of good dialogue in it, lots of talking and stuff, so you feel like you're in a world where where it's kind of alive and everything like that. Definitely a game that probably is not known to a lot of folks out there, so decided to pick this one up. Found it on the cheap, thankfully, and you guys let me know what you think about this one if you played it. Konami Classic Series arcade hits. I thought I was done collecting for the DS system, but this was a game that eluded me for the last 5 years. I could never find this, and I found it at the store and I couldn't believe it. Now, like I said, I haven't really been collecting for DS in a long time, or at least it feels like a long time. I might have gotten some recently, but this was a game I was really looking for, and I just couldn't find it anywhere. One of the biggest reasons I wanted to pick it up was because it had Contra on it, and this is Contra the arcade game, not the NES version. All these games were pretty much arcade ports on the DS, and some games were probably not even released on the NES system, so just straight arcade ports. So I was really pumped up about that. But you guys let me know if you played this or what you think of it. And last but not least, we have Valis II for TurboGrafx 16. Back in the day, before I got my PC Engine Dual R, I wanted the Valis games and a couple other ones I can't remember right now, but Valis was the main one, and Valis II and Valis III were in English. So every time I would look for those, I just couldn't find them for a good deal. So finding them in the store, I just felt like the Sorrow crew was with me. I was really pumped up, and I was just like, man, I thought like if DJ was here, man, he'd be proud. So happy to have this in the collection. If you don't know what the Valis games are, they are adventure platform games. Well, they weren't based off of cartoons. I think there is a weird cartoon out there about it. But either way, a really good platform game. Happy to have it in the collection. And also too, I forgot to mention, this is one of those games that has those cut scenes where it's English voice acted, and it kind of plays through these still pictures with their mouse moving and everything like that. It's really cool stuff. But anyways, guys, if you have played the Valis games, let me know what you guys think of it. I'm pretty sure most of the feedback about it is positive. I don't ever hear anybody say any bad things about the Valis games, except if maybe the Sega Genesis version, or Seed of Valis, or Sid of Valis, whatever it's called on the Genesis, that version. But anyways, happy to have this game. And that's going to do it for this video, guys. So hopefully you liked it. Let me know in the comments what you think about videos like these. And maybe I'll go to some other game stores. I'll go hunting again. We'll see how it goes. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Radical Reggie, and I will see you later. Nobody use my stuff until I'm about to die.
Do we? Alright.
I'm about to die, man.
Look at that weird thing.
I guess you didn't see that coming.
Look at that.
Die well.
That was...
Did you get it, Marcus?
Yeah, I got it, man. You don't gotta explain to me.
Don't leave me hanging,
that coming. I laughed. What do you want me like?
Well, not immediately, dude. I want to hear you laugh like, hey, that's funny, man. Like, let me know, because sometimes awkward silence is horrible.
Yeah, I think you need to get comfortable with silence.